Not really incredible crowd, but it was in Madison Square Garden where Hurley seems to be undefeated. UConn takes down Gonzaga. Let's see if you predicted this one or not. Looks like you picked.
I picked Gonzaga by
Zags here. What do you see coming into the game, and what do you see going out of the game?
I think there needs to be a study on UConn's performance in Maui because they were terrible.
I know, right?
To their credit, they've bounced back really nicely with a few, Baylor, Texas, and now Gonzaga. Some really, really nice wins. Yeah, I mean, I'm still. I don't know what to think. I don't know if they're like a top 5 team. Obviously, Liam McNeely was a beast.
Yeah, I know.
They've got guys that they can get some really good, minutes and scoring from. Like Solo Ball wasn't great. Caravan wasn't great at all.
Yeah.
And he was terrible, actually. Couldn't make it 3.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they've got to step up, like Taris Reed. I think Jalen Stewart was another guy from off the bench.
Well.
So they've got options. I still don't know if they have that go-to guy for me. Yeah, I'm still kind of waiting to decide on that. But on the Gonzaga side, not a great performance. Like Nemhard was okay. I thought Caleb Battle was good. He's been a very nice addition for Gonzaga. I think with them, I need to see more offensively from the bigs in these bigger games, especially against a team like a UConn that isn't that doesn't have the most size interiorly. Interior, I don't know if that's a word, but they don't have the most size on the interior, in the front court. So that size or strength. I think that's what a lot of those teams in Maui did to them. They're able to expose them a lot defensively. And I was a little bit shocked that Gonzaga wasn't able to do that as well. I have to be honest. I think they with the way I don't think UConn played out of this world well. They played well, no doubt, but they didn't play well enough where it was like, oh, there's no chance Gonzaga was winning. I thought if Gonzaga played a better game, they probably could have easily won that game. So I don't know. We're a little bit of an interesting kind of outcome. It was a strange watch, but UConn was kind of, I don't want to say in control because Gonzaga, I think, came back and tied it, if not took the lead at one point, if I believe. Or maybe I'm making that up. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Obviously, a really nice win that will travel all the way to Selection Sunday for UConn. But, nothing that moves the needle too much either way. I think, again, in this game for either team. Two really good teams. One team played slightly better, and they won. Had the home court advantage, too.
Great analysis once again. I think one word you said was really good is confusing. This game made my brain hurt a lot because UConn, like you said, it's like some study needs to be done about what happened in Maui because I don't get it. Good for them, I guess. It just speaks to Dan Hurley's power. I was kind of writing him off a little bit, writing the season off. But then they come back and they beat 3 tournament teams.
Right.
Pretty much boom, boom, boom in Baylor, Texas, and Gonzaga. Some of the things were confusing. Some of the more things that were confusing were just McNeely. He didn't look great to me, in my opinion, in Maui. Of course, he had flashes, but he was amazing this game.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching him. Same with some of the guys just didn't play very well. Like if you were to tell me UConn won this game, I would say like Caravan had a good game, Solo Ball had a good game, Diarra had a good game, or Aiden Mahaney had a good game. All those guys had bad games.
Yeah.
Offensively speaking. They were all bad. And, like you said, Caravan couldn't hit a three. Samson Johnson, who was a phenomenal backup big to Klingon last year, only played 6 minutes and had 4 points. Maybe because of an injury. I'm not too sure about that. But Terrace Reed kind of stepped up in his spot. But I agree. Gonzaga is the most confusing team to me because I had them in my Final Four when the season started. And I'm just not sure what to think. I'm not sure if this is a Mark Few problem, if it's a player problem. EK, he was a great last game, and he's obviously can get buckets down low. One of the best low post scorers in the game. But 12 minutes and 4 fouls. Same with Nolan Hickman. Kind of become unplayable at this point. I saw flashes of him last year, but 12 minutes, 0 points. He did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Obviously, Nemhard and Battle played well. Ajayi played well. He was 6 for 6 from the field, but only played 24 minutes. He played less minutes than Braden Huff and Dusty Stromer, who combined for 10 points. I don't see it. I just don't. I hope.
Yeah, and they don't really have any of those. I think they might be headed for another 4 or 5 seed. I know they're up there in the rankings, but they don't really have any of those resume building wins. They have that huge win over Baylor, obviously. Huge. Point differential. They beat them by 40. But it's opening night, and that honestly, that win is kind of carrying all their predictive metrics right now because they haven't done much else since. They had a nice win on the road against San Diego State. Not a bad win at all. But outside of that and a close home win against ASU, their next best win is neutral court against Indiana, which, the Hoosiers aren't exactly setting the world on fire right now. So
but UConn Gonzaga fans, I'm sorry if you came away with this analysis getting nothing, but we're just very confused about your teams. It's a little baffling, but I'd say both of you are tournament teams. Like you said, Gonzaga is probably going to go 4 or 5. And UConn, way to bounce back.